Welcome back to the Armchair Pundits podcast. And this is another Liverpool post-match review show. And, well, where do I start? It's a game that feels like a loss that wasn't a loss. Because we were so underwhelming. We weren't on it. We didn't step up when we needed to. And when we were given a chance to see out the game, we didn't. And that can't be said that much about us this season. But today it can. Man United, credit to them. It's the best I've seen them play all season. Yes, they beat Man City, but they weren't good at doing it. They got two extremely late goals to win that game, in a game that they should have been well out of before that point. But today, unfortunately for us, we gave Man United life. And they took it. So, positive, we didn't lose. Positive, we're still 6 points clear with a game in hand. So, it's not the end of the world. It would have been fantastic with Arsenal and Chelsea dropping points for us to steal 2 points and make an 8-point gap and possibly 11 if we managed to beat Everton. But it didn't happen. But we didn't lose. Again, that is a key point. But beside all that, you've got to look at the game as it is. And we just weren't good enough. And you never like to focus on one player. But Trent was very, very, very under par today. I know that people like to say, contract talks are there on his mind. No. It's not the first time Trent has played a game like this. It's not the second, it's not the third, it's not the fourth. Trent has put in stinkers throughout his career. And this is just another one. So hopefully it's just one of those, at the worst moment, because obviously it's against Man United, one of those games where he has a bad game, and you move on. But I'm surprised, if I'm honest, that Arne Slot kept him on for 86 minutes. He probably should be enough after 55 or 60. It probably means that Bradley wasn't ready for more than that, and that Arne Slot saw enough and had to pull him off after 86 minutes, because that was Diallo's best performance of the day, of the season. And he terrorized him, absolutely terrorized him. I'll go through Trent's stats when I do the individual match ratings, play ratings, sorry. But as a whole, we just weren't good today. I mean, our midfield missed Szoboszlai. He's been criticised a lot for not doing the job as a number 10, and yep, that's fair enough. He hasn't got enough goals you'd want from a number 10. He hasn't had enough through balls and enough assists, etc. But what we miss and what we get from Szoboszlai is the hard work, the running, the covering of Trent's defensive area. Because, yes, it was fantastic to have Konate back, but he's been out for weeks. So he was never going to be 100% fit. He had strapping on his knee. So that area of the pitch was going to be a bit weaker than it normally has been. And Man United targeted it. And they did a good job doing it. When you look at it, both their goals come from that side of the pitch. So, really disappointing that we haven't been able to perform to our standard. There's players that had good games, but it gets overshadowed because we've drawn a game against a Man United team that has been shocking. They had lost 4 games in a row before today. And obviously, a lot of people thought that it was going to be a cricket score. People were saying on social media, is it going to be 8? Is it going to be 7 again? There's no way Liverpool don't hammer them. And although I thought we would win, there was always that little thing where, listen, it's a derby. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. And all it takes is an own goal or a penalty here or a penalty there. And ironically enough, it didn't. They scored 2 goals from open play. We got the penalty. Rightly so. We got the penalty. So, yeah, really not the best of performances. Diaz wasn't great. Jones was really bad. Gravenberch was below par. Robertson and Van Dijk weren't at their best today. Like I said, Trent was awful. Alisson, nothing to do about either 2 goals, if I can be completely honest. But it would have been great if it was just one of the games where he does wonders and we see the world-class, world number 1 Alisson just save us. but it wasn't to be. The only people that could say they played anywhere near decent was Konate, McAllister, Gakpo. Salah gets a goal. Was he really good other than that? Probably not. But yeah, Gakpo, funny enough, he was about to get subbed before he scored a goal. But what a goal he scored. So credit to him. His run continues. That's 9 goals in his last, I think, 14 games. So long may that continue with him. Did the system work? Did it work having Diaz playing as the lone striker, the point man in the back three that we knew that was going to sit there? Did Slot make the right decision bringing on Nunes? I personally thought he didn't. I didn't think Nunes contributed at all. It's just really out of form right now. I personally thought when he took off Diaz, he should have brought in Jota, paid him up front, and he should have when he took off Curtis Jones, he should have put in Harvey Elliott. But I guess he hasn't seen enough of Harvey Elliott. But it was only preseason, of course. But preseason, he looks good in the 10. He knows what the Manchester Derby is about. He's not a Liverpool local, but he's a Liverpool fan. So he knows what this game's about. And I don't think it worked with Jota playing as the number 10 today in behind Nunes. And I don't think Nunes worked, if I'm being completely honest. So this is probably the first time in a while, because obviously we lost in the first game. But it's the first time in a while where I don't think Slot got his subs right. And it's disappointing, but we move on. We're still 6 points clear, as I've said. We still have a good advantage. And the bright side of things, we have no injuries apart from Gomez, but we're back to full health. We have an exciting game midweek against Tottenham in the Carabao Cup, which personally I feel we should go strong. These guys need to get out there and get out of the system because I don't expect them to play against Accrington Stanley in the FA Cup next weekend. So why not play them against Tottenham, get a lead, and then take the game back to Anfield where we can potentially rest players that game instead. But yeah, it's not the end of the world. But it's our rivals. It's Man United, and we hate losing against Man United. So as I normally do, I'll go through the player ratings, and the scores aren't going to be great. I'll be pretty honest. We didn't lose, but there were quite a few below par performances. So, as I normally do, I'll start with the goalkeeper, of course. Alisson didn't do anything to save us, really. Oh, tell a lie, he did. In the first half, there was a chance with Højlund where he's through on goal, makes a great one-on-one save, what I think he's the best in the world for. Makes a one-on-one save there and stops us from going 1-0 down in the first half. So he gets credit there. You look at his stats. Saves in the box, the one I mentioned. Sweeper keeper, twice. Punches, 4. Claims the ball well, 34 touches and 4 recoveries that he's helped us with. But other than that, he didn't really have a whole lot to do. And any worldly saves other than the save he made. So I'm giving him a 6.5. Robertson wasn't great today. Accurate passes 41 out of 47, 87%. 2 chances created. Attack 61 touches. Crosses 2 out of 6, not good enough. Long balls 0 out of 4, not good enough. Tackles 1 out of 1. Blocks 1. Interceptions 3. Defensive actions 6. Recoveries 1. Dribbled past once. And duels 1. Only won 1 duel out of his 3. So not great there. And out of his aerial duels, he didn't win any. So not the greatest performance from him. I'm giving him a 6. Van Dijk wasn't good enough today as well. 37 accurate pass out of 41. 1 chance created. You look at his touches, 55. 1 big chance miss. Yes, the header. He needs to do better there. He needs to find a corner from that chance late in the game. And we win the game 3-2. We win the game 3-2 and we're all happy and we're all laughing and we're 8 points clear. But that doesn't happen. First time I think I've seen this. No tackles won today from him. 1 Missed. Blocks 1, clearances 5, headed clearance 2, interceptions 2, defensive actions 9, recoveries 4. Duels, he wins the one duel, but he loses 2 again. And they're aerial duels. You don't see Van Dijk lose aerial duels. So, not a great performance from him today. I've given him a 6.5. I thought Konate, thought he was good. First game back from injury. Accurate passes weren't great. 79%, 50 out of 63. 84 touches. Again, I don't know if it's just the way the game went, but doesn't go into any tackles, probably because they avoided him. So 0 tackles, but he doesn't make any. But duels 1, 8. Aerial duels 7 out of 8, and ground duels 1 out of 1. So he only loses 1 duel. Dribble pass none, recovery 6, defensive actions 15, interceptions 3, headed clearances 6, clearances 9, blocks 3. So he did his job. I've given him a 7. Good to have him back, and hopefully the rest of the defense steps up to what he did today. Moving on to Trent. Honestly, I'm giving him a 4. I thought about giving him a 3, and it probably could be a 3. I don't think he did anything right today. Anything right. Accurate passes, 47 out of 63, 75%. Created 1 chance, so that's one thing he did right, I guess. Blocked shots once, 97 touches. Passes into final third, 16. Accurate crosses, 0 out of 6. Accurate long balls, 3 out of 13. 23% is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Not good enough. Tackles, didn't make any. 1 block, 1 clearance, 4 interceptions, 8 defensive actions, 8 recoveries. Dribble pass twice. Salah had him on toast. Duels, didn't win a single duel. Lost 5 out of 5. So, like I said, commits 2 fouls as well. Horrible performance. One that I hope I never get to see again. And I hope he comes out in midweek and performs better if he gets picked. But yeah, really, really bad performance from Trent. Like I said before, I'm not buying the whole talk of transfers getting onto him. No. Real Madrid put in a bid that we know is going to be rejected. How is that going to put pressure on him? It's not. It really isn't. So it was just a shocking performance from him, like we've seen previously in other games, last season mainly. This season he's been pretty good. I'll move on to McAllister. I thought he was good today. I've given him a 7.5. Accurate passes, 41 out of 49, 84%. Chances created 2. Looking at shot accuracy, 1 out of 3, not great, 33%. Big chances missed, he missed a big chance. Blocks, shots, 72 touches. Successful dribbles, 3 out of 6. Passing to final third, 1. Accurate long balls, 6 out of 8. Good. And tackles, 1 out of 2. You look at 1 block, 1 interception, 1 clearance, 7 defensive actions, 6 recoveries, but he gets drilled past 4 times. There were times where people were running past him, which wasn't great, but he gets involved in his duels. 7 duels out of 15, he wins 6 ground duels, and in 1 aerial out of 1 aerial. So he's in midfield. I'm expecting him to battle, but he gets stuck in. As I say all the time, he's never one to win the duels. He has to contest them, and usually other midfielder, Gravenberch, or in this case, Jones, helps him with it. So yeah, I've given him a 7.5. But we weren't great. Jones, thought was poor, really poor today. Just didn't look up to it today. As normal, he doesn't really lose the ball. 26 accurate passes out of 29, 90%. Only 38 touches, really, really low. Normally he's in the 50s. So I'm not sure what was going on there. Passes in the final third, 4, but you expect that. He's playing as number 10. Accurate long balls, 0. Dispossessed once. No tackles made, which is not good enough playing where he's playing, because he's supposed to be part of the leader of the press. When Szoboszlai plays there, he presses, and he presses well from that position. 1 interception, 2 defensive actions, 1 recovery. Duels 1, 2. Duels lost 2. But ground duels, 1 out of 3. Aerial duels, 1 out of 1. But today, I'm giving him a 6. Could have been better. Could even been a 5. I think I'll give him a 5. Didn't think he was good enough today, especially as our 10. Not good enough. He gets a 5. I missed Gravenberch. Let me go back to Gravenberch. Gravenberch, 51 out of 59 passes, 86%. 2 chances created. Successful dribbles 2, 77 touches. So as you can see, Jones having 30-something touches when the rest of the midfield are in the 70s. Not good enough. Passing to final third 2. Accurate crosses 1 out of 1. And then you look at tackles, none made today. Not good enough for a position. He's our DM today. Clearances 3, headed clearances 3. So he does a job there. Interceptions none. Defensive actions 5. Recoveries 5. Wasn't dribble pass, which is good. Duels won 4. Duels lost 5. Not great. Ground duels 3 out of 6, 50%. Aerial duels 1 out of 3. Not good enough. So yeah, he's getting a 6.5 from me today. I move on to Gakpo. Gets a goal. Fantastic goal from him. I've given him a 7. Or yeah, passes, which is really shocking. 7 out of 9 passes, and he makes 9 passes attempts. But he's one that never really makes that many passes in a game. Shooting accuracy 1 out of 2. Touches 25. That's not good enough. 25 touches in the game. 1 big chance missed. Touches in opposition box 5. Successful dribbles 2 out of 3. He does score a fantastic goal, so you give him that. And duels 1 3 out of 6. So that's good in that part. He's pressing and he's doing well. So like I said, I've given him a 7.5. He gets us a goal, gets us back into it, and generally was one of the brighter sparks in the attack. Funny enough, he was about to get subbed before he scored, and that helped him stay on to the 86th minute. Move on to Salah. Salah's a strange one because he gets the penalty, but he wasn't great today. 24 accurate pass out of 31, 2 chances created, shooting accuracy 1 out of 3. There's times where he shot when he probably should have crossed. There's one in the first half where I thought he should have crossed it and he shot, tried to go for a curler. 55 touches, 9 in opposition box. Successful dribbles 2 out of 4. Obviously no tackles, doesn't really get that many there. Accurate long balls 1 out of 2. But he gets involved in the duels, 5 out of 12, 42%, which is not great, really and truly, but he's actually showing a presence. But he wasn't good enough today. Wasn't good enough. He gets the winning penalty, but I wanted a bit more from him. I've given him a 6.5. Luis Diaz wasn't really in it today. This wasn't his day today. I look at his stats, 10 accurate passes out of 12, which means he didn't see much of the ball at all up there. 23 touches. This wasn't in the game. Wasn't in the game. I look at it, 3 touches in opposition box, 2 out of 4 dribbles, 2 passes into final third, 1 out of 2 long balls, dispossessed twice. This wasn't a good game for him. Wasn't a good game for him. Again, another one is in duels, 50%. Ground duels 1, 0 out of 5, 5 out of 10. Aerial duels, 0 out of 2. I've given him a 6. Wasn't really happy with him today. I'll move on to the bench. Not much. Nunez, I'll be quick with this. Not good enough. He got a 5. Jota comes on. Doesn't do that great. He gets a 6. Bradley comes on 86 minutes. Doesn't really have much time to do anything. Same with Elliot, 86 minutes. Doesn't really have much time to do anything. I'm giving them both a 6 as well. But yeah, I've gone through the subs quite quickly because they weren't really an impact. Subs today weren't great. Slots done well with impact from the bench, but not today. Didn't quite work today. So I'm not really happy. Chiesa was on the bench. We made 4 subs. Possibly could have made 5 to go for the game. But at the same time, we don't want to lose this game. So not happy today. Not great. But we drew. 6 points still clear. We did not lose to Man United, which is very key. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you watched it this far, you might as well subscribe and share it too. Share it because you're watching this far as well. So don't forget to go on our X page where you can see shorts, and that is at Armchair Pundits. You can also go on our Instagram where you can see other clips and other shorts at Armchair Pundits Podcast. And finally, you can go on our TikTok where the handle is at armchair.pundits. But yeah, not a great performance today. Overall, the team is like a 6.5. Not really happy with them. But we're still 6 points clear. So we move on. Take it easy, guys. Peace.